Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Pisces, Sun, Moon or Rising, and it's weekly reading for the week of September 9th to the 15th. Your cards this week, Pisces, we have your Oracle card, the Age of Light. We'll read that out in a moment. We have Judgment with the Ace of Wands. We have the Queen of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and the Hermit. So, we do have, past, present, and future positions here, but I don't necessarily read them in that order, Pisces. So let's get started with your Oracle card. Definitely sets the tone for the readings. And I just have to say, Pisces, I don't know what you guys are going through, but you've had some really intense readings lately. You're very much on the spiritual spectrum here. So, Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Mystics and sages throughout the ages have predicted this period in history, and you decided to incarnate in the middle of it. There is no mistake that you are supposed to be here at this time of great change. If you ever feel unprepared or daunted by the path that is calling you, know this. You've been in training for this for lifetimes. You're way more than the days that have breathed life through you in this life. You're also all of the lifetimes that came before. All of these experiences have polished your soul into the most magnificent expression of your authentic self. So Pisces, as you know, we're in the age of Aquarius. If you're into spirituality, you know that Earth in this particular time is going through a massive shift where we're evolving our consciousness and we're really coming into the light. We're sort of coming into a much greater time where we're unlocking a lot of our potential. I believe that the next stage in our evolution is unlocking those gifts, those mental abilities, those dormant brain centers, and really reconnecting back to a unity consciousness with spirituality, with God, whatever you call it in your particular realm of beliefs. And you've come here at this time to be part of that shift. We all have, and it really is a really pivotal time to be alive. And we have been in training for this for some time. So I really feel like this week or at this time you are really sort of waking up to this. I think some of you are really sort of waking up to your true purpose in this life. So I'm going to start with the Hermit and Judgment. And by the way, I just want to say, look at the cards here. We've got a lot of strong cards here. So yeah, Judgment and the Hermit. So I think some of you have maybe gone through a period of deep introspection, and self-reflection and development in the recent past. So I feel what I'm really hearing, what I'm really feeling is that some of you have become disillusioned with the mundane life, falling out of love for life. Some people are just quite happy to go along and, go off to the office every week, day in, day out, commute, do the long days or whatever it is for you. Some people are happy with that, and then they have their little life in the weekends, or they live their life in the 4 weeks holiday they get every year. Well, I really feel, Pisces, that you are waking up to the fact that that is actually not living, and that is some form of slavery or entrapment. And I think that, there's been a calling for you to return home that is to your sense of spirituality, to your true authentic self. I really feel that that's what's been calling you to go within recently, that Hermit energy. And, there's a huge awakening that takes place when we wake up to our true sense of spirituality. And for some of you, before you kind of had this awakening, it could have been quite a dark time, because it's often when we go through a darker time, when we question if this is all there is to life, that's when we have the awakening, and that's when we see the truth. So for some of you, it could have been quite a bleak period before this. You can see these people here are literally coming out of these confined, dark boxes. Some of you might have felt quite constricted, quite confined in your life, even though on the outside it might have appeared that you had everything, good job, family, nice home, and all those sort of things. You woke up to the fact that that's not truly living, because what's truly living is freedom on, to be able to create your days as you want to, freedom of thought, freedom to pursue your own creative passions, to make money out of the things that you truly love. I really feel like that's the awakening that some of you have gone through, and I don't really feel like it's just you waking up to this. I think that there might be a little bit of divine guidance involved. It's almost like, you know, the angels, the gods, whatever you call it, in your belief system, is actually calling you back. It's calling you to wake up at this time, because that's what's happening to a lot of people, are waking up to their, you know, the truth about who they really are. And, you know, just looking at the Hermit card here, it links to the star energy. You know, there is that sense of healing and renewal that we go through when we come up against these realizations. Again, you know, the star, it's like over time, it slowly started like burning brighter and brighter to illuminate a new path forward for you. So it's likely that, you know, during this period when you're sort of in the confined, constricted place, that you really couldn't see the light. And I feel like through going on this inner journey and really questioning your life's purpose, this little light in the lantern has started flickering, and you're now able to see just maybe a few steps in front of you. But over time, and as you deepen your inquiry, this light will begin to brighten. It's the light of guidance. And as it brightens, you'll clearly see which path you really need to go on. I'm just going to go like this, put them back to where they were. Because, you know, I would just like to draw your attention to the 3 cards down the bottom here, Pisces. I really feel like you are learning to use your gifts at the moment. These could be spiritual gifts, or they could be gifts of, you know, another way that you're going to earn your money, another way that you're going to live your life. Because here, you know, in the Ace of Wands, we have like a wand that's been offered by the universe. And then we have a sense of, you know, exploring it and discovering it and learning how to use it. And then we have the wise old man here who's been carrying his wand for quite some period of time and really knows how to use its power. It's such an interesting progression that we see here. So your Ace of Wands and Page of Wands. So I really feel like, you know, the universe is offering you an inspired new start here, Pisces. So it could be something different for many of you, but I'm really hearing exploring your spiritual gifts, or learning how to use your spiritual gifts. Like in my experience with Pisces, you guys are a sign that is gifted in this way. And I feel like some of you are really, you know, being asked to explore that realm, you know, whether it's, you know, psychic abilities, maybe even starting tarot. It could even be, you know, yoga teacher training, or something in this realm that's going to give you the freedom to earn money in the way that you want to. We've got 2 aces here that come in on the hand of the divine. We have divine guidance here. We have an element of divinity. There's so much divinity in this reading, so you are being guided. And, you know, this wand, it's something that's going to inspire you, something that you're going to be passionate about. And wands also obviously stand for spirituality. And, you know, the key with aces is that they are number 1 in each suit of the tarot deck. So they are pure potential, but we still need to take some inspired action in order to grow them. So it might be that you've had this idea of something that you'd like to explore, but then you need to actually maybe go and do some study or network with other people that are involved in that, so that you can actually expand that opportunity. And that's where the Page of Wands energy comes in, because the page is an explorer. So it's taking this wand, taking this opportunity, and then actually doing some, I'm hearing apprenticeship, being the apprentice with it. You know, he's looking at it, he's studying it, he's learning how to use it. And, you know, that's really what it's all about. You know, you might feel for a while that you've been in a place that's quite constricted or barren, but this is you achieving real new growth here and starting out on a whole new journey, learning how to use this powerful instrument that you have. And for some of you, I really strongly feel that is spiritual gifts. You can see the 3 mountains in the background here. They are the beginnings of new manifestation. So whatever this is for you, I really feel like it's the potential to be a new start for you, to really make money in a new way, to explore those gifts. And you can see the sprouting wand here. You know, it's about, through this, you're really going to grow and evolve. You're really growing into your role, waking up to your purpose, learning how to wield your wand of power. Because this is actually the Ace of Wands that the Page of Wands holds here. So he's taking that wand that's being divinely offered, and he's exploring it, and he's learning how to use it. And sort of after all that kind of spiritual energy here, we do have two really practical, tangible cards, Pisces. So, what this says to me is that through going on this journey of discovery, of learning how to use these gifts and talents that you have, it doesn't have to be a spiritual gift. It might be another gift or talent you have. It might even be music or something like that. By exploring this, I really feel like you have the ability to make your finances, to make your living from it. That's what we really see here, where we see a lot of practical financial abundance in these two cards here. And the universe is saying to you, that's truly on offer for you. It's coming in on the hand of the divine here. Yes, you might literally have to feel like you're entering another world, another portal. It might be completely different to what you do for a day job now. Like I said, some of you might be coming from a much more mundane corporate or retail kind of job, and you're being called to use another gift or talent that you have. But what the universe is saying is that there's real abundance on offer if you explore these opportunities. And you're being offered that beautiful pentacle here, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles who's taking that pentacle and nurturing it. Here we saw the Ace of Wands being taken by the Page of Wands and exploring it and learning how to use it. Here we have the Ace of Pentacles coming in, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles who's nurturing it and looking after it, and through that she's able to grow those financial resources. So what it says is that while you're learning how to use these gifts and talents and working out how you're going to make an income from it, that you do need to make sure that you keep that practical earthly energy. Make solid plans, put solid plans in place for how you're going to progress these talents, because the Queen of Pentacles is a really practical earthly energy, and it may mean that you need to keep your day job for some time while you're actually getting this off the ground. That's what I'm seeing here. But she is abundant. She is somebody who's able to exist in multiple realms. Like, it's usually she's the one that can go out and work, and she can also look after the home. Well, what I'm seeing in this reading is this is someone who's able to explore their spiritual talents, but also make money and run the household and that type of thing. So you really this has really got the ability to become a really viable option for you, is what I'm seeing, if you decide to explore either those spiritual gifts or those innate talents that you might just have on the background that you haven't really explored in the past, whether that could be a way for you to actually live your life. And I feel like that's the key for your freedom and what you're supposed to be here to do, Pisces. You're really waking up to that purpose this week. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed the reading. It is quite specific. It won't resonate for all of you. Well, for some, that's who it's meant for. And feel free to comment on it and let me know how this is unfolding in your daily life. And I'll see you back here for another reading next week.